There's this push to set resolutions, make big goals, and start fresh. But let's face it, how often do these resolutions actually stick?
Welcome to the Midlife Reinvention Podcast, a podcast helping women in career and life transitions achieve clarity on their next steps so they can transform uncertainty into an energizing next chapter. I'm your host, Kavita Ahuja, and the founder of It's My Time Now Coaching. If you're wondering what's next in your career or life, you are in the right place. Through solo and guest episodes, you'll gain practical tips, tools, and inspiration to help you uncover blocks, gain confidence, and be, do, and have what you want. I rediscovered myself after the age of 50, and I know you can too. It's my time now to help you do just that. I'm so excited you're here. Let's dive in.
Hello, and welcome back to the Midlife Reinvention Podcast. I hope you're doing really well and that your holiday season was everything you wanted it to be. For me, it was really a whirlwind, but in the best way. We had a house full of family and friends, including my two sons, their girlfriends, and their families. And it was really special, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty tired. It's a good kind of tired, though, the kind that comes from moments full of love and connection. So, how are you feeling right now as we step into the new year? Are you excited? A little overwhelmed? Maybe both? Whatever it is, it's okay. This time of year can bring up a lot of emotions. There's this push to set resolutions, make big goals, and start fresh. But let's face it, how often do these resolutions actually stick? Here's the thing. Unless we really understand why we want to make certain changes, they'll only be surface level. And if we set huge, overwhelming goals, it's easy to give up before we even get started. This year, I'm going to do things differently, and I invite you to do the same. Instead of jumping into resolutions, let's take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what worked for me last year and what didn't? What brought me joy, and where do I really want to focus my energy this year? This exercise is powerful because it shifts your focus to what you've already achieved instead of what you didn't. Celebrate the wins, no matter how small they may seem. Then think about what you want to let go of and take small, meaningful steps towards what really matters to you. If you're feeling like something's missing, that's your cue to dig deeper. Ask yourself, what will make me happy and what do I really want? These are big questions, I know, but they're so important if you're thinking about making a change. When I started this podcast, it was because I went through my own reinvention. After years in a corporate career, I knew I wanted something different, something that aligned with who I truly am and what I care about. That's how I discovered my ikigai, or reason for being, and built a life around it. Reinvention doesn't mean throwing everything out and starting from scratch. It's about taking what's already great about you, your strengths, your passions and values, and creating something new from there. It's about weaving together the best parts of yourself into the life you want. One of the tools I use to help my clients is this visualization. And today I want to share a specific exercise that's made a huge difference for me. This exercise is called the Inner Mentor Visualization. It's a way to connect with a version of you 20 years from now, the version who's already figured it out. She's been there through the challenges you're facing today, and she has the wisdom to guide you. Here's why visualization works. When you picture yourself achieving something, your brain starts building the neural pathways to make it actually happen. It doesn't know the difference between imagining and doing. This is how athletes and public speakers prepare, for example. They visualize success, and it helps them perform better. Your inner mentor is already within you. She knows what you need to do to get from where you are now to where you want to be. Today, as my New Year's gift to you, I'm sharing a special guided meditation that will help you meet your inner mentor. If you can, find a quiet spot where you won't be interrupted. If now isn't the right time, save this for later when you can really focus. This is a gift to yourself for the new year. This can be an emotional exercise for many, so give yourself permission to feel the feels and see what comes up for you. It may surprise you. After the visualization, I will come back with some questions to ask yourself. So sit back, relax, and dare to dream. Welcome to this visualization exercise. This exercise takes aspects from many of my teachers and gurus over the years and helped me tremendously to visualize my future in great detail. It was a concept of the inner mentor introduced to me by Tara Moore and has been modified from my own experience. It is something that can be revisited over and over again. In order for this exercise to be effective, please do the following. Be in a quiet room or area with limited sounds or distractions. Turn off all forms of distractions such as cell phones, music, computers, emails. Be in a comfortable position, whether that's sitting comfortably or lying down, but try not to fall asleep. Focus on your breath and relax. Focus on your senses, all of them, throughout the visualization. Sight, smell, touch, sound, taste. As you go through this exercise, thoughts will come into your mind. That's okay. Try not to judge the thought. Instead, simply let the thoughts come and go, just like clouds gently passing through the sky. This may come easier to some than others, and that's okay. Try not to judge yourself and remain open to possibilities. This can be done as many times as you feel comfortable with, every day if you like. Take the time now for yourself to be present and to be whole. I'd like to start by sharing a quote by one of my gurus, Muji, here. He says, "There is no need to fight with your mind. Everything is in place for life to unfold in its natural way. Be aware of this. You are not apart from life, but life itself." Let's begin. Close your eyes and sit comfortably. You're aware of your body. Now your breath is moving by its own law, naturally, unforced. And you're here. Simply, you're here. Place your thumb and index finger together with a slight pressure and try to feel a pulse in there. Begin by focusing on your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in easily and effortlessly, then breathing out. With each breath, you're becoming more and more relaxed and comfortable. Breathe in and breathe out. Begin to feel your body completely relaxing. If thoughts come into your mind, let them appear and disappear. Try not to judge the thought. Instead, simply let the thoughts come and go, just like clouds gently passing through the sky. Relax your eyes, your brow, your cheeks, your jaw. Loosen your mouth, your tongue. Inhale, exhale. Relax your neck, your shoulders, your upper arms, now your lower arms, your hands and your fingers. Imagine a wave of relaxation like a ripple traveling down your spine from your upper back to your lower back. Your chest is relaxed. Your belly is soft. Relax your hips and down through your thighs, your knees, your calves. Now your feet are completely relaxed, as are your toes. No tension, like a ripple of water through your whole body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. With your next breath, let any remaining stress or tension float away. Imagine a ball of energy or light swirling in your belly. See it, feel it. Imagine it slowly moving up your chest, into your chest, your neck, and landing in the area of your forehead between your eyes. And focus on this ball of light. Inhale and exhale. Notice the color of the light and its brightness. Imagine that light begins to move upwards, as though a beam moving from your forehead up, outside of your body and upwards, as it travels outside of the room you are in. Float upward with a beam of light as it leaves the building you are in and travels up into the sky. Imagine you are floating with that beam of light, following it upwards. Allow the beam to take you higher and higher. Notice as you travel with the light that the building beneath you is getting smaller and smaller. As you go higher and higher, notice your town and your city below you. As you move upward with this beam of light, notice the beauty of the earth below as you go higher and higher. The crystal blue ocean, the serene white clouds. Allow yourself to enjoy this perspective for a moment. Now, as you go faster and higher along this beam of light, notice the round globe beneath you, with its shimmering colors of green and blue and white. A sense of so much peace passes over you. You are traveling upwards and upwards and upwards until you are in blue-black space, silent, velvety, and dark. You now notice another beam of light next to the one that you were standing on. Notice the color and brightness of that beam. Notice that this beam travels all the way back down towards Earth, but this beam of light stretches down into the Earth 20 years from now, into the future. Now, step onto that beam and let it travel with you downwards, slowly and gracefully. Keep following this beam down, noticing the curve of the earth coming closer and the contours of the earth getting clearer and clearer in your view. Enjoy the sensation as you pass through the clouds and begin to get closer to the earth. As you continue to travel along this beam of light, notice you're traveling towards the home or dwelling place of your future self. Yourself, 20 years from now. Start to notice the beam of light is taking you to meet your future self. Notice, what part of the world are you in? Continue riding the beam of light downwards, enjoying the views below. Follow it all the way until it takes you to the home of your future self. You step off the beam of light right there. Take a look around. What kind of place is this? What kind of landscape does it have? Are there trees? Flowers? What does it feel like? Smell like? Notice now that there is a home there. Start walking towards the door, taking in all the colors and sounds around you. As you approach the door, feel your future self is approaching the door and opens it to warmly greet you and welcome you in. Take in her presence and her face. Just take in her presence and her face. What does she look like? What is she wearing? How does she smell? What does she say to you? Let her guide you inside. As you walk inside, notice what the inside of the house is like. Look around. What does it feel like? What's on the walls? What colors do you see? Can you smell the scent of the house?
Now notice as she kindly offers you something to eat and drink. What does she offer you? Now she brings you to one of her favorite parts in the house for a chat. Notice where she has brought to you. How does it feel? Sit down with her in that favorite spot and see that she is ready to listen to you and share with you. Ask her. Go ahead and ask her. What has mattered most to you over the past 20 years? She may answer with words or through facial expressions or gestures. Listen to what she has to say. Now ask her, what do I need to know to get from where I am to where you are? Listen to her answer. Again, she may be answering in words or just with a facial expression or by a feeling. Ask her now, what will help me sing my true song? Listen to her answer and take it all in. Now go ahead and ask her any other questions you'd like to ask her, big or small. You can ask her about a great challenge she faced or what she loves to do now, or anything you want to ask her. Go ahead and do that now. Finally, ask her, what is our purpose? Be open to whatever surprising things she shares with you. Now, bring your visit with her to a close, knowing you can come back and visit her anytime. Thank her for her wisdom and her guidance she has given you today. As you are bringing your visit to a close, she has a parting gift that she's very excited to give you, and let her bring that to you. What is that gift? Thank her for the gift and for sharing her wisdom with you today. Hug her and tell her you will be back. Now she walks you to the door and you find your way outside of the house. You look back and she is waving and smiling. Make your way back to the beam of light that led you here. Go ahead and step on the beam and let it begin to carry you upward again. You can watch your home getting smaller and smaller beneath you as you move through the clouds all the way up into the dark blue-black space. Now, notice that next to your beam of light, there is another beam, the original one that you traveled on. Step onto that beam and start down to travel back to Earth in the present time. As you travel down, start to see the Earth coming into focus below you again. Notice the geography and landscape of your country or region. Then as you travel down, see your city or town with all its familiar sights. Follow the beam all the way down into your room where you began your journey. Notice the beam of light concentrated back on your forehead and feel it slowly traveling back down into your neck, chest, and now resting in your belly. Feel that light. Slowly come back into awareness, into your body. Feel the pulse of your thumb and forefinger. Begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. Feel the support of the chair beneath you. Take a deep breath, in and out. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Come back to present moment awareness. How do you feel? Take a moment for a deep breath and reflect. Take out your journal now and reflect on the questions that follow. Try not to pin down an interpretation of what you just experienced, but let it sit with you. Some things you saw can be symbols. Keep your vision to yourself if you like, because it is sacred. Share it if you feel it would help. We can constantly learn from our inner mentors if we allow her to guide us through life.
So, how was that for you? When I did this many years ago, and I continue to do this meditation often, it always brings up emotions and also clarity for me on what direction I really should be taking. What did your inner mentor share with you? Take some time to journal about it. Write down anything that came up, images or feelings or specific words. Reflect on these questions. What has mattered most to me over the past 20 years? What does she want me to know about getting from where I am to where she is? What will help me live my truest life? And what is our purpose? This is such a powerful way to reconnect with yourself and start moving towards the life you want. And remember, your inner mentor is always there. You can revisit this exercise whenever you need her guidance. I've included questions in the show notes for you to journal on as well. And if you'd like a copy of this meditation, reach out to me at kavita@itsmytimenowcoaching.com and I will send it to you. If you're feeling inspired but aren't sure where to start, I'd love to help. Whether you're thinking about a career change, starting a new business, or just figuring out what's next, I'm here for you. Let's have a conversation about your goals and dreams for 2025. I still have a few spots open in my coaching program, which I've revised and updated for the new year, and I'd love to support you. Reach out to me at kavita@itsmytimenowcoaching.com and let's have a conversation. Here's to making this year the one where you reconnect with your reason for being and take small, meaningful steps towards the life you deserve. I'm cheering you on every step of the way, my friend. Have a beautiful New Year's Eve celebration, and I look forward to continuing to serve you in 2025 and beyond. With all my love, Happy New Year.